Hey guys, so I'm here with Bruce, and unfortunately Bruce will be finishing up here because he's moving down to Charlotte. So before he goes, I wanted to capture his story because it's really powerful and it can really resonate with so many moms and dads that we know. So you've had an amazing run.
It has
been incredible. But let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
What was life like for you back before you were working out?
I'd let myself go for a number of years, you know. So I've got a family, got a young daughter, a new business. So I'm a business owner, and there are stresses that come with that. This particular business we just started in 2012, and like all new businesses, it was a ton of work, a lot of time, very little payback for the first few years. You know, just grinding it out. And we have a young daughter; she's 4. So put that in the mix as well.
Yeah.
And I just didn't take the time
Right.
to watch what was happening with my body.
Right.
You know, and I just started eating my stress.
Yeah.
You know, just eating my stress, like, eating stuff that, you wouldn't want your kids to eat.
Right.
And just started gaining weight, slowly but surely, and over, I guess, maybe a 4-year period, I gained 42 pounds.
Yeah.
And I was at 241 pounds when I started this journey, right?
Right.
But as you know, I talk about procrastination. You and I spoke
Right. Which was
a
incredible.
year before, because I actually have a business here in this development,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And a year before I started, I came in, sat down, had the pump up talk, I was ready to go, and I got sucked right back in. And the thought of starting, the first step, that's always the hardest. So I waited a year.
Did it really feel that hard to start? Like, what was that like for you, just to start? Because think about the majority of folks, they can't start.
And it's just an unbelievable thing because it's just silly.
Right.
It's just such a joke. I mean, we're grown people, right?
Yeah.
And this decision just to start, to come in and take a class, to commit to a month, commit to a week or whatever. A week in, you're like, oh, okay, thank God I started. You know what I mean?
It takes you that long to
just to flip that switch.
Yeah.
So it took me an extra year, which is my greatest regret.
Right. It's okay.
But what you said, but the spirit of this place and the things that you shared with me, I think we spent an hour together.
Yeah.
Resonated the entire time, the whole year. I had to pass this place every day for a year, and I just was like beating myself up inside every time I looked. I'm like, you lazy SOB, why don't you just get down there and start? A year later I started, so I started June, now it's, December 2nd or something, so 6 months, something.
Yeah.
July, August, September, October, November, December.
That journey's been incredible. I just want to, so for you, it was just that getting started point was just the toughest part,
Right.
It was just
which can happen to anybody.
100%.
Because I'm a personality, business, started many businesses, been fairly successful, and been able to grind out and commit to so many other things.
Right.
Family, business.
What do you think it was
partners.
About working out that was just so hard to get going?
I think it's something about doing. It's hard.
Right.
And it seemed like.
Feel like a mountain?
When you've got 40 pounds of extra fat or whatever, it just seems insurmountable.
Yeah.
And it's also something about we don't do things for ourselves.
Right.
When we get to a certain age, it seems like almost selfish or something. It seems like, how can I really spend that time? My time is better spent making sure that my business is doing well, my family's financially secure, I'm there for my wife and for my kid, whatever it might be. And it's the age-old thing of, if you're not taking care of yourself, you're no good to anybody else.
Right.
It's true.
It's true.
I started sliding, absolutely. I mean, I was more irritable. I was starting fights. I couldn't get along with my partner.
Yeah.
I probably wasn't as present as I should have been for my daughter.
Yeah.
And
so it trickled into other aspects.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you
absolutely. And things have completely turned around over the last 6 months after being here.
Which
it's true.
That's the beauty is that
it's not just getting your body in shape. It's getting your mind in shape, getting your spirit right.
Yeah.
You know.
So talk about that. So you've now lost, drum roll, how many pounds in 6 months?
So 49 as of this morning. So I went from 241
Yes.
to 192 this morning.
Which is just magical. It's incredible. It's incredible.
And,
so talk about it. So how do you feel? How do you feel?
It's, you know, I was just, you know, we just finished a workout, right? And,
Yeah.
I said to you that, you know, it's hard to even remember what it was like lumbering around here in the beginning.
Yeah.
You know, being done after warm-ups, you know.
Right.
But, you know, as you've got a sign up there that says, you know, when you're about to quit,
yeah. Remember why you started?
remember why you started. It's over the exit door. It's perfect because, you
Yeah.
know, you want to quit. It's hard.
Yeah.
You're sweating before you know, put your shoes on.
Yeah.
And, but after a few weeks, suddenly you're not just
Grinding it out.
trying to make it through. Now you're suddenly finding some gains, you know, and you're eating. It's easier to eat right on the outside because that's it. You can't do one without the other.
Yeah.
You don't work out so that you can eat like crap.
Yeah.
You know, that'll never work.
Yeah.
You know, I've done that before too.
Which I feel like that is the true key when people want that quick fix of nutrition. It's like, no, start working out because then you're going to find you don't want to waste the workout. And
Yes.
all of a sudden it just creates life
Yeah.
in a whole new...
From food, I'll tell you what I did, which was critical for me because I'm like a process person, right? So if
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to eat, I go off the rails.
Yeah.
You know, before I started here, dude, I mean, quick confession, I would drive home from work,
Yeah.
stop at like a 7-Eleven, grab a Diet Coke, a fruit pie,
Yeah.
and a bag of like poppycock,
Right.
and just sit in my car and just eat my daily stress away before I went home for dinner.
Isn't that?
Fucking disgusting.
It is, which is fascinating because I bet, you know, it's that for you, but how many people have a drink? You know, they have something on, you know, they make their special cocktail that they like, or they have a couple beers every night or on the weekends. So it's something. It's something. It's something.
So what I had to do is for the first thing I had to do was commit to having basically the same thing for breakfast and lunch every day.
Yeah.
You know, and then be very just aware of what I was having for dinner.
Because that's what I really feel like working with so many folks with nutrition is that you have to find what works to you.
Yeah.
That's why I really feel like my whole role with nutrition is just to empower you through life, help you find what works for you. Because there's a million ways to lose weight with nutrition, but if you don't feel like it works for you,
You're just going to be angry.
You're going to be angry. Yeah.
Yeah, bitching and moaning. If it doesn't make you feel like, you know, it'll take a little bit, a week or two, before your body says, oh, I really prefer this.
Right.
Because when you're eating like shitty food, you're taking drugs. Okay.
Yeah. Nice.
That's what it is.
It
Sugar's a drug, fat's a drug, all that salt is a drug.
Yeah.
You're just feeding yourself. It feels good because you're giving yourself drugs.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
You know?
Yeah, it's the legalized equivalent.
So when you start eating to live, that whole thing, when food is fuel,
giving you good nutrients.
after a few weeks, it's a consistent feeling that you never get anywhere else.
It's
It's good. It feels really, really good after a while.
Yeah.
And you're fueling yourself properly, and your workouts get better, and you get stronger, and you start getting leaner, and it's a great.
It comes together.
It starts coming together, you know. But you got to give yourself time. That's the other thing. We live in a world of immediate gratification, and if you don't lose 10 pounds in the first, month or whatever, you're like, oh, forget it,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And that is like, it's the same thing with anything, as we and I have talked about many times. You know, businesses, start a business, it gets too hard, people quit.
Yeah.
You know, whatever it might be, relationship, it gets too hard, people quit.
Yeah.
You just got to.
So what's been some of your favorite parts of this journey of getting into shape, getting lean, getting strong? Like, what's some of the joyous moments?
First of all, I love this is like a sanctuary here. Right?
Love it.
It's perfectly designed. I walked in, and I was like, it all made sense, you know.
Yeah.
And so coming in here is just immediately you feel good, you know. You feel calm, and then you feel, and then you pump that music up.
Yeah.
And you've got the most brilliant workouts written out. They are, and your strategy and your philosophy is very, very unique, and very science-based and knowledge-based, and it's not like.
I hope it's personal.
It's
too.
yeah, it is very personal. It's not like like the places that are like, you know, franchises and cookie cutter, and here's the workout, here's the same for you, same for, you know, that's ridiculous, you know.
Yeah.
You work, that's the other thing too here is that, you know, you're working the same, you're working at your own, like,
Pace?
capacity, right?
Cool.
And pace.
Yeah.
But nobody's looking at anyone else.
Right.
You know, you're feeling the energy, but you're
zoned in.
You're zoned in, and with
Nice.
your help and with your staff's help, you know, telling us, you know, form.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't let things slide.
Right.
You're not just like, do your thing and you go off and read a magazine. You're working around and you're like, Bruce, I mean, right to this day.
Yeah.
Right? Today,
Yeah.
you told me about my form. Today, you told me, you know, this was happening to my
Yeah.
form. And it, I don't know, you just feel very well taken care of here.
Cool. That's
You know,
awesome.
you do. And it makes you want to perform.
Nice. Rise to the occasion a
Yeah,
little bit.
dude, and sit. I can't believe I'm sitting here. You know, I know what these chairs are for, right?
Right.
They're for
Yeah.
after, you know, once you've accomplished, you know,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable to me still.
It is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable to my wife, who, you know, she's a fitness,
Yeah.
very, very fit person and very committed, and to have, you know, like I only see now how unfair it was almost for me, or how hard it might have been for her to see
That's
me
what's so
like that.
interesting, and I see that. It had to start with you. Like, she couldn't force it on you.
No.
She couldn't. It had to begin and end kind of with
She
you.
was amazing about it.
Yeah.
You know, she just led by example.
Right.
She is the type of, you know, person who that was her. See, and this is the other thing too. It's hard to fit more than, say, 2 priorities in your life.
Right.
And go after them with full
Yeah.
force, right? This
Yeah.
is something I've just kind of found, I think, over time. That's my
Right.
belief. So with my wife, it's number 2. It's a 1 or 2.
Right.
You know, and for me, it never was. Mine was like family and business.
Yeah.
You have to move
This in there.
this up in there.
Yeah.
You've either got to make space for 3, but it's easier for some people because that's their number 1,
Yeah.
right? And you can't compare yourself to anyone else. You can just sort of look and say, all right, I got it. You know, I mean, I don't know if that makes any sense,
it
but
makes
you know,
tons of sense.
so
Makes tons of sense.
so my wife, she didn't push me because, well, you know that. I mean, if your partner, if anyone pushes you,
Yeah.
and chides you and never stops talking about it, you're much more likely, I think, as an adult to just go the other way.
Right, which is fascinating.
Right? You'd rather kill yourself than give in to somebody.
Yeah.
We're just children that way. You
Yeah.
know, we never grow up that way.
We're silly creatures.
But
That's interesting.
No,
Yeah.
but she was very good about it, and I just kept looking at her and saying, you know, I want that energy.
Yeah.
She's lean and strong, and you know, and I just.
There's a vibrance to it, bet it too.
Yeah.
It just comes with.
Plus you. I mean, not for nothing, but you're in great shape. You walk the walk.
Yeah.
You know, you're strong, you're lean, you know, so, I mean, you don't always get that in trainers, too.
Right. And that's, for me, I've always liked it, you know?
Yeah,
It's always
you
been
can tell.
something. So it's like, I want other people to feel the joy, you know?
And it is joy.
It is joy.
It's
100%.
pain,
Yeah.
and then it's joy. But
Yeah.
there's no joy without pain.
Right, they come.
There's no way. There's no way to feel great about something
Yeah.
without having gone
work
through
for it.
something to get there. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful.
Right.
What would you say to people? What are some, you know, now you're the veteran, you know, the next Bruce walks in here, 50 pounds, you know, overweight. What are you saying to them? Or they're not, or they're in the street. They know they're in their own head. You know, they can't get started. You know, what are some nuggets?
Get started.
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
start.
get started, and then just show up. You have to show up. Don't get started until you're ready to show up. I really believe the reason I didn't start a year ago, or a year before I started,
Yeah.
was because I knew I wasn't ready. I just wasn't ready to commit
Yeah.
the way I wanted to commit. Not everyone's the same.
Yeah.
When I commit, I want to commit,
Yeah. And you lose 50 pounds by committing.
right? And then you commit, and
Yeah.
6 months later,
Yeah.
50 pounds, I'm stronger,
Whole nother life.
you know, a whole nother life. You know, I've got, you know, again, a young child, and I can be, you know, and I like to do things. You know, I'm a mountain biker, as you know, and when you're 241 pounds and you're trying to, you know, hammer it up a rooted hill.
Which you're killing, by the way, too.
Jesus
for those
Christ.
at home. You're making
Well,
it like,
yeah, I mean, it started with, there's this one incline on one trail That was always my barometer for my fitness level.
And your nemesis.
And my nemesis.
Yeah.
And I was at a point where, and I judged it by how many times I had to stop
Right.
on the way up
Right.
before I could finish. And I was at 3 stops when I started here.
Yeah.
And then I just said, before I get out of here, and then I avoided it. Then I just avoided it.
Right.
That's part of the trail.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, maybe, what was it, 3 weeks ago, a month
Yeah.
ago, I said, I gotta go, I gotta face that thing
Yeah.
before I go to Charlotte. And, I did it in one, I had no stops, I did it from base to the top, and it was arguably one of the best feelings I've ever had.
We all have those little barometers too, which is so fascinating. That you know the truth, and that you look at that mountain like, I'm going to get you, and you did, which is
It was
incredible.
good, and it was all, it was. I could see the dotted line to that mountain,
So you really, so that's great. So that's
and you have to be grateful,
grateful, which I really feel that's such a key component. We have such a wonderful life, 99% of us, and yet this is such a huge piece of it that's just slipping through, that's just like not grateful enough for the life we're given.
People stop respecting their bodies, right?
Yeah.
You stop respecting your body, and you begin thinking your value lies outside of your body, right?
Yeah.
How much money can I make?
Yeah.
This, that, or the other thing,
Right.
Whatever it might be, But, you're given one body.
Right.
And here's the thing, it doesn't matter where you are in your fitness level. Dude, I was done. My blood pressure was through the roof. I had to go on medication for the first time in my life.
Yeah.
I was depressed.
Yeah.
I was
You were eating
stressed.
7-Elevens on the way home.
On the way home.
It's a
So
drug.
basically, I was stopping in the street and shooting up
Yeah.
on the way home. During the day, I was walking over there to the, to the deli, getting big sandwiches, a piece of cake,
The whole thing.
a soda in the middle of the day.
Right. Not a special treat, as we say to our kids.
And I just I was doing it with a lot of self-loathing.
Right.
People who do this,
Yeah.
let's not lie.
Yeah.
We hate each other. We
Yeah.
hate ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
We kind of like I don't know. Hate's a strong word, but we're not doing it with respect.
Nice. Yeah.
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 We know what we're doing.
Right. Right.
And we hate ourselves for it, But we can't get out of the cycle. It's like anything else. It's like recovering from anything else.
Yeah.
But it's a lot easier than recovering from
Right.
a real
addiction.
real addiction.
If you let it. I mean, as funny as it is, as tough as it is, you are.
It's different
Yeah.
because it's a slow.
Yeah.
You're not ruining your family in one night. You're
Right.
not, ending up in jail
Yeah.
because you had, 3 Big Macs.
Right. Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like, it gives you this haze of, well, America's fat.
Yeah. Isn't that
I look
interesting?
around me, everyone else, big deal, everyone. But it's not about that.
Yeah. It's about you.
Don't you want to, you want to walk without pain?
Yeah.
You want to be able to run faster than your 4-year-old daughter? I wasn't.